let's take a look at the map. Split Mountain near Big Pine, California. There we go. Let's go to 3D. It's way cooler. Hybrid.
That looks pretty cool. You can do like that.
Yeah, totally. Let's get rid of that. There it is. Split. And there's the line right there. It's this is always, it's kind of crazy that it has this marking of avalanche incident 4/26/2011. That was Kip and Allison, my friends. Kip was he was the older guy in the mountain, full of stoke. Skied with him a bunch. He was a sender. Just like one of the nicest guys ever.
Were you like good friends?
Decent enough friends with him. I skied with him a bunch, and he was a bit older. Then he became a heli guide, and then he was doing some stuff in Chamonix. I don't know if did you ever meet Kip?
No, I never met.
He got done with his heli season, and it was a good year down here in 2011, and decided to go for a split. And right up in here, it was about a foot of fresh, maybe almost 2 feet. Got wind loaded right in this little pocket, and I don't know where they exactly were, but it seemed like they were quite a ways up the couloir, and then this side ended up, which is pretty south facing, naturally releasing, and they ended up getting flushed.
So they climbed it from the bottom?
They climbed it from the bottom. That's when I think, has factored my decisions into this of wanting to not do it from the bottom, because
but most people do that, right? Climb it from the bottom or not?
I think in the past, but the last party that has skied this, I think, was in 2020, and they went top down. We'll find out, and we can talk about when we're up there, and I'll show you some photos, but I think it's one of those same things. This is a permanent snow couloir, and it's receded so much that I don't think that ice forms, and the rock has been so exposed that I don't even know if it's climbable from the bottom anymore, unless you're like a crazy alpinist. So that's, I think, the main hazard is this thing is like such a V, and both the walls hold snow and loose rock and gullies. And the summer climbing reports always talk about rockfall being a huge potential and having to go on cold and cloudy days, because this southeast facing stuff gets really warm really quickly. Yeah. And there's all these hidden gullies in here that are like right in here and in here. I just think we're minimizing our hazard by going when it's cold and midwinter as opposed to the spring.
And this is where we were last time, in this basin, somewhere around here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we could see up it 3 years ago. We
were like right here, wherever that is. It's like about 10, so that's 10.8. So yeah, we were about 11 looking into it. And this is where I scouted from last time too, just about right here, about 11,000. So our route, which I was thinking would be the route, let's draw it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, exactly. Go up here. This is all skinnable. If we go up here, it looks like this is a steep enough head wall that we'll probably have to boot it, but that's, as that says, 185 yards. So 180 meters, 200 meters of climbing, so not much. And then coming back up this snowfield, and then all the way to the top, which is at 14,058 feet. So let's see what that would... We're looking at about 3. This line kind of got messed up, but 3 to 4,000 extrovert on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually delete this. Let's see what the whole thing is. So when you and I went in last time, we were able to park like right here.
We parked that high, huh?
Oh, that high. And remember?
Yeah, it was just when that kind of V-shaped in the valley there, I remember.
Yeah, and we walked on dirt like
We did.
almost the whole way up that valley, which is when I did the Scout, we can skin the whole way.
But now we have to park
right here.
Oh, that's quite far.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. So how much is that? It's going to add a couple of grand.
Well, let's map it out. Yeah. I think it adds an extra mile and an extra at least 1,000 feet.
Which, when you say it, is not too bad, but when you add it on to the entire day, that's a lot.
Yeah. And it's just also frustrating just because you know the other route and where you used to be able to park, but these private landowners have closed off access. All right, what's our total? Split. Six miles and 8,100, but it's actually it's
more,
short.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8,500 vert.
Yeah, that's a good day.
So yeah, I think this is why we're breaking it up into 2 days. I mean, we could do it, but I think just with how much heavy, since we're doing it top down, we're going to need a lot of gear that we don't know what we're going to use to build anchors. Because there's less snow in the choke, we're going to be having to do big rappels, so we're bringing bigger ropes. And then I just kind of think we're going to be wanting to give ourselves margin for error. Like, being at February, we have a shorter day length. So, you know, like we got like 6:30, 7 o'clock sunrise and like 5:30, 6 o'clock sunset. So to go almost 9,000 vert in a day with 60-meter ropes with, two 60-meter ropes and a bunch of like anchor and rock gear, it's just a big push. And then if we were to get into it, to me, it feels like if we're messing around with anchors and struggling with it, like all of a sudden we're in the dark out there and like trying to rappel it. So I don't know what your thoughts are.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel, to me, it's also about the altitude. It's pretty high compared to what I'm used to. So it's a tough call, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, either we go, if we start in one day, we got to go really early.
Yeah.
And like take our time.
Totally. But the acclimatization is something that's real. Like, I haven't been to 14 yet this year. I've been to about 11, almost 12, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And I'm coming off a sinus infection, so I don't know. Seems like it. But yeah, the one good thing is I was able to ski back to the car. So
that's nice.
The exit is nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
You know, coming out from the valley and then just skiing down, that'd be nice.
Totally. But yeah, so day one.
And you found a good camp spot up there?
Yeah,
in the
it's
basin?
pretty flat. We can either camp at this red lake or just there's some like rock buttresses that kind of look cool and across from the way. And camp here. Let's see. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, that's what I do. Let's drag this. Camp. I can't spell. And then I think from there we have that's sick, yeah. We don't have as big of a day and we can take our time.
Yeah, but it's also nice to camp a bit further down because of sleep in terms of altitude.
That's true, for sure.
That's like my main issue. Like 9K, I'm like, yeah, a bit tired, but altitude is gonna kick me in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like where that camp is, that's like 11. Yeah, it could be better to just camp at like 10-5 right here.
Yeah, that'd be my vote if we camp.
And then we don't have to bring heavy bags quite as far.
But it would, though, be nice to see the line the day before.
Totally. Which we might be able to go up there tomorrow and just like tour up and go check it out and then come back to camp. It's not going up an extra 1,000 birds, not the worst. So
that's true.
But yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The route on the side here looks pretty. The skinning from that whole slope there. I mean, we can maybe skin most of it. You know?
Totally. The photo I got from the plane when I did the plane scout, you totally can skin most of it. So that'll be a nice approach too. Let's see here. And this thing is pretty, it's pretty north facing, but it has a little bit of east. It'll get light on it. I don't know. Like it's got the east on that wall. So there are like two things to it to me, and we can go super early. I don't think we have to be there early for warming or anything. We just go if we want to go early, mainly just because we want to give ourselves a bunch of time. But I don't think we're too worried about like trying to be up here on sunrise, so that gets, this doesn't warm up. Because from what I saw when I was here at 11 a.m., this one's almost out of the sun.
Oh, really?
So at that regard, we're only gaining like more confidence of less warming the longer we go. So.
And you didn't see any big cornices or something up here?
No, absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I think the biggest worry that we have, because there's been winds, is right in here. But looking at the map, we go up to the summit and then ski down and almost like can ski cut it from the top. Like that's the loaded pocket right there. By doing it top down, we can like ski cut it top down. And I think that's pretty sweet, as opposed to, I don't know, being in the couloir and worrying about that in the sun and worrying anything coming down here. I think like this route minimizes our time in the couloir, and time in the couloir to me seems like the most dangerous thing.
Yeah, we just have to ski carefully when we get further down with rocks and ice under the snow. That's like what's going to be you gotta take it easy there.
We're breaking the like Chamonix rule of climb while you ski. And I do think it's a factor on this line because there is water ice and there is thin spots, and if we approach that water ice too fast and you lose an edge, it's game over. So
100%.
Yeah.
But it looks very filled in this year compared to when we were here years ago.
It was more filled in than 2019. It doesn't look like it too much in the photos, but it's more filled in.
Yep.
This is, I think, we're at 200% of average snowpack for this range.
It's a lot.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Anything else?
No, I like it. It's cool we can see it like this.
Totally.
It's going to be a long, good day. Couple of days.
Yeah, let's get ready. We got a lot of shit to sort.
Straight. All right.